Hello everybody, my name is Moises Terrazas, I'm from Mexico and this is my assignment for week number 4 in the course of Introduction to Music Production by Berklee College of Music at Coursera.org. In today's lesson, we will see how to avoid noise when we are recording, so let's get started. Let me start by saying that nothing gets completely silent. We can reduce noise and get quieter and quieter, and that's our goal when recording. We usually try to avoid noise in a musical context as much as possible. We try to eliminate two types of noise. The first one is going to be our acoustic noise, the noise of the space, and the second type is going to be electrical noise, noises that get picked up by the gear and the noise the gear itself creates. Every time that we record, we are recording something plus the space. So we can have a guitar or some vocals, but we are recording the space also. We want to get a very clean recording. The cleaner the recording, the more options we're going to have down the road. Reducing noise is first just about listening. Just get really quiet and listen to the space. And we will start noticing something like, oh my god, my computer makes a lot of noise. The fan in it is making noise. We can move things away that create noise, or we can change our position away from noisy sources like fans and windows. We might notice that the sound that is coming in from the window is a lot of sound coming in through the outside. We can put a blanket or a pillow against that. It can help to stop the noise from coming in. We can really make any space a high quality recording space if we are very careful about isolating the noise of the space. We also have to turn off noisy sources like fans or heatings, televisions. The fridge is also makes a lot of noise. Any kind of equipment that makes noise. So before we record, it's useful just to take a chance, just to stop and listen and try to reduce all those different types of noise. The second type of noise we're going to come into is going to be electrical noise. Every piece of gear does make some kind of electrical noise, and we want to try to avoid that as much as possible. Every piece of gear and every microphone has a self noise, and you can even see in the manual of the gear or microphone a self noise specification. And what we want to reduce this kind of noise is just we want to use as few pieces of gear as possible. We might also like to use short cables, as short as possible. The longer the cable, the more noise the cable will pick up. We'll like to use balanced cables like XLR cables or PRS cables as much as possible, because that will try to reject the noise that comes into the cable. Electrical noise can also come in through the power system or power system of our studio as well. Light dimmers are noisy, and even a light bulb turned on make noise. Our power systems use alternating current, and it makes some kind of hum noise that can get into our recordings. Another thing that can really help us reduce the noise is actually high quality gear. And it can be expensive, but you can say that you pay for what you get. The more expensive a piece of gear is, the more they've taken care of this kind of noise and protect the device from that noise. When it comes to recording, we should be careful as well. We need to avoid unnecessary gain. When we have a preamp and we turn that gain up, we're really bringing up all the noise. We can really just move our mic closer to the source instead of increasing gain. If we put the mic closer to the source, we're going to get less of the room and more of the source, so the noise floor gets down a bit. Also, our mic polar pattern choice can have a major impact on that. A directional microphone will focus the sound on the source and reject the noisy environment. So all those things have a major impact in the amount of noise, and we're going to want to focus on in the recording process. Now, we do have some tools that can reduce that noise in the post-production process, but let's don't rely on those. Let's not try to fix it in the mix. A clean recording in the beginning is better in all aspects. Now, you can use noise if you want, but if you're going to use it in a musical context or something that will improve your sound or the intention of your song. Don't have it there by accident. This is everything for today's lesson. I know the video is slightly bit longer than 5 minutes, so I really appreciate your time you're taking to evaluate me. If you have something that you don't really like or something that I can improve, please feel free to criticize. Any feedback on the video will be appreciated. I hope you like this video and see you next week. Ciao.